throughout his life. Probably, I would say when I was in about 8th grade, maybe. My older brother got into gangs, and man, my dad, he came to a point where he just realized he was about to lose his family and his children. His children were scared of him, and he knew that he had to make a change. So he started going to church, and it started with him, and then my mom followed him, and then there was like this big time of restoration and stuff like that, and just trying to build up trust again between my parents and us and stuff like that. And so soon enough, I ended up coming to the Lord. It happened. It was pretty interesting because I too was arrested, Jack.
Yeah, lately.
Pretty gangster. No, no. I got into some trouble with I couldn't keep my hands to myself. I felt like I had to take everything that I saw. So I was always stealing. And one day I ended up stealing from the principal's office some laptops, and I got caught. And so I went to jail for that. And I think it was around that time, kind of like Jack's story, that I realized I had to make a change in my life. This is real. I'm not copying Jack, you know. No, but it was funny. It was my senior year. I was going to this church, but I was just going just because my parents said that if I'm going to live there, I had to go to church with them. And they invited me to summer camp, and I was like, you're right, man. That's for, I said other words, but basically it's for nerds or whatever. And so I started making up excuses, and they just offered to pay for me and stuff. And I got arrested. I got out of jail and went like 2 weeks later. And I guess jail kind of humbled me in the sense that, man, I was like, I realized that I wanted to have a family someday, you know. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, but I knew I wanted to have a family. I wanted to have a little puppy running around the yard and stuff like that, you know. And so I went to camp, just kind of open heart, not trying to act all bad and stuff like that, and I accepted the Lord there. And from that point on, it was a process. I ended up falling still. But I got back up, rededicated my life to the Lord, and ever since then, man, I've just kind of been in ministry. I went to LSU, but not even for a semester, because then I went to Tulane, because I went to LSU. LSU is in Baton Rouge, which is about 2 hours away from New Orleans, and I went to New Orleans. I was like, man, this city is the coolest thing in the world. Yeah, I'm like, man, what schools are around here? It was between University of New Orleans and Tulane. So I went to Tulane for about a semester. And then I got really involved with church over there and stuff like that. And that's when I realized that God was calling me a full-time ministry. I didn't know what. I played a little bit of guitar and stuff like that. I'd taken interest in music. So I became a jazz major for playing upright and stuff like that. But throughout that time, with that calling and stuff like that, I realized that I wanted to go to seminary and kind of pursue, like, you know, a Bible college type degree. And throughout that time, Lisa's church called me. I started leading worship over there. It's been a process. It still is, but Lisa's church called me here to be the Spanish worship pastor and to lead worship for their Wednesday night 7 minutes of worship. And so I came here and I started doing that for a little bit. And just eventually I just started growing, and they started moving me on to other things. And now I'm here after a year and a half at North Miami with Jack, thankfully. No, man, seriously, I'm still trying to get used to Jack because he's so intense. You know, I'm like, Jack, stop getting mad at me. He's like, I'm not mad, I'm just passionate. You know, I'm a passion. But man, I'm really excited to see what's to come. You know, like I have like all these ideas for worship and arts, and like I just get so excited when I hear that, you know, my pastor of North Miami is saying, dude, I want Spanish music, I want island music, I want diversity within our worship arts, you know. Man, because I'm getting tired of that generic stuff. No, but I mean, seriously, man, we have, like, our church, there's a lot of culture within our church, man, you know, and so just having people from different backgrounds and different ethnicities, it really excites me. because it's just that to me is like God saying, dude, that's another step, that's a big step closer towards the goal or towards the vision that I want you to go in, towards the direction I want you guys to go in. Jack was talking about, making a 12-month commitment. I want to challenge you guys to 24. Okay. I don't know if Jack probably mentioned this a little earlier, but part of that commitment does not mean that you guys are going to be playing every single week for the next 12 months. I would never do that to you guys because I do that and I know what it feels like. Something you need to know about me, I play a lot, and so like if you guys ever feel like, dude, I need you to chill out and seriously talk to me straight, please tell me, man. Like I get called out by Jack a lot because of that. So yeah, but let me know. So right now, I'm putting together a list of musicians that are already a part of our band, and then a list of people that want to join. I was looking at our list today, and I have so many drummers, and I was talking to a couple of friends from other churches, and like they were just telling me, dude, you're so blessed to have 4 drummers at one campus, because I'm struggling to just find